Hi everyone, how are you? Yeah, I'll wait a few minutes to allow other people to get here and find us. I'm kind of excited. Let me turn off my cell phone and then I can get excited. Okay, so this is all about doing oracle cards today. And as you know, usually I do it at the beginning of the month, but there's been some changes that's happened and I wasn't able to do it because of technical reasons and other things, and I'll just leave it at that. So today is Saturday, and I do have a few different things that are happening as we come forward. So first of all, I want to talk about I would like to say that since we're doing oracle cards, I do not want to know what your question is. I just want you to type in your name. And when I call out your name, you have to be here to get your card read. I will, if you miss it and you have to leave, I'll call out your name again. And if you're there, then I'll take you, do your card for you. Sometimes when you have a particular question in mind, the card doesn't match the question that you have. But the way that I work is I connect to you and to your higher self and give you the card that you need to hear today. Now, having said that, there'll be many times when a card reading or a card kind of pertain, it is sounds really good for you as well. Just take it as that is also a message for you. Sometimes we get messages through other people's cards. Maybe it was a question you had, or you can really relate to that. So no matter what, I will do everything I can do to get you all in here. Hi, Erica. Yes, ma'am, you can. So I'm going to start writing names down. And Erica will get the first card. And let me make sure that I am seeing Christy and the Divine Light. Oh, Devi. Okay, that works better for me instead of it writing everything down. And Claire. Oh, all these people. Giamina, Ferrari. Okay. So I do have this kind of going live in a few different places. So hopefully I will be able to see everybody as we get started. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was some of the changes that are happening with me being here on every Saturday. So every Saturday, I'm usually here at 1 o'clock. Well, next Saturday, I will not be here next Saturday. My new schedule will be every Sunday, starting on the 24th. I will still be doing the same type of things that I'm doing, the cards and the meditations and, little talks about how you can do things a little better for yourself. And it will be 2 p.m. for Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Central Time, and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And the new schedule starts Sunday, the 24th. And so now I will be here on Sundays. If I find out that I need to go later or earlier, please let me know in your comments of what is a good time for you because we're just kind of trying out the 4 o'clock slot Central Time. So it would be really interesting to see what other people are saying. So I am going to look one more time before I get started. I have Erica, Christy, Devi, Claire, and Gianna. Let me see if anybody else has written their names down. And Brenda, I'll put you in too. Okay, so let's get started, Erica. Oh, and by the way, I'm using a little different deck. It's let me see so I can see this all. So this is Angelic Activation Oracles with Kyle Gray. So hopefully you guys can see that's a really good deck. It has some a picture on one side, and then on the other side they have a little bit of a reading as well as an affirmation. So I will be sharing that with you, and if anything else comes forward for you, I would be passing that message as well. So everybody who is getting ready to have their cards read, I'd like you to get into a place of acceptance, go into your heart space. Take a couple breaths in and exhale to get you in a place of acceptance. So I'm going to go ahead and connect with everyone that is watching today. Okay, Erica, I have connected with you, and I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Oh, a very pretty card, so let me show that to you. And this is a light being. So they're saying energetic shifts. This is a time of healing and change. Old energies are being released from your world. This isn't a call to discard traditions, but to reflect on what you have learned and how you can grow. You are being called upon to be open and aware of new information that is being revealed to you. Four is pivotal for the next phase of your journey, and your affirmation is I create space for learning anew. So, what I will say about this card, Erica, is you're taking steps forward, right? And sometimes, actually, sometimes they're baby steps, but I know you have a lot of things that have been going on in your life. And so there's going to be times when these steps aren't baby steps, they're just leaps of faith. When you are in doubt, go ahead and get into your heart center and ask yourself, connect with your creator, your spiritual team. Um, your higher self, but connect there and listen to what your heart is saying, and if you have to think about it overnight, do it. So, but it is a very good card, I would say, and it has to do with your healing, moving forward. So I hope that actually makes sense to you. Christy, you're next. Okay. And if you write in the comments, I will respond. I might not see them right away, but I'll do my best to look and see where you guys are at. So Christy, I'm going to go ahead and connect with you. Charity. It's a beautiful card. Bring peace where you can. This is a time for reconciliation. If you are holding on a grudge, we all do this, right? It is time to let it go. Um, the only person who will suffer from this restriction is you. It's time to bring your heart to the present moment. It's time to show up wholly and fully with love. You deserve the freedom that forgiveness and understanding will bring. Your affirmation or your affirmation is I'm ready to understand and forgive. So what came to me when I was reading this is sometimes we don't know that we're holding grudges, and you think that you've let it go and it doesn't bother you anymore. But actually, when and you know this, when you do forgiveness for the situation or the person and yourself for, what everybody's involvement was, you're fully able to let that go. And you're going to feel very lighthearted when you decide to do that. And I will say there are times when things are really hard to let go, but for the betterment of your mind and the great work that you do for other people, try not to hold on to any grudges. I mean, like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe a day, but it depends on how hard this grudge hurt you, whether it was your family or yourself or even your business. So take heart in knowing that you're where you're supposed to be, right? But you also need to bring peace within your own environment, within your own self, and you're going to see a lot more doors opening for you. So I do hope that that makes sense to you. Devi, are you still here? Oh, Devi's from Scotland. Well, welcome. Let me check and make sure. I'm on three different places, so please have some patience with me. Hi, Sally. I'm going to put you down on the list. Aretha. I'm just writing everybody's names because once they go past me, I it's hard for me to see them. Um, okay, and then Rosemary and Devi is here. Thank you for letting me know that, dear. Okay, so Devi, I'm going to go ahead and connect with you. The next one will be Claire, and then Giovanni. Gianna, I so sorry. I do my best, but if I hack up your name, I am so sorry. And then Brenda, Sally, and Aretha Moonlight, and then Rosemary. So Debbie, let's get started with you. I feel honored that you stayed up. I'm not really sure what time it is where you're at. And before I get forward, Christy says, thank you. And this one can be a tough one sometimes. You're a little Irish, so am I. We forget everything but hold a grudge, but I'm sure working on it. And the thing, Christy, is that you know what the problem is, you know what this grudge is about, and having that awareness within yourself already, but then having this oracle card actually will help confirm that it's time to not hold yourself prisoner, right? The grudges, I believe, is hurting you more than the other person. So, okay, Devi. Okay, virtues. Move some of this around. Okay, and Carmel, I did write your name down. Pam, I'll write your name down. Thank you. Okay, so virtues is your card. Looks like a very wise woman, right? Virtues, do the right thing, be virtuous in your choices and actions. There's an opportunity for you to take the higher ground that will bring an end to a conflict or a disagreement. Do what you know needs to be done to bring resolution and healing. If you need to admit that you were wrong, it may not be easy, but by doing so, you will remind those around you how much you care, and this will guide everyone back to a state of harmony. I choose to bring peace to every conflict is your affirmation. So I think this card pretty much states makes a good state. But I will say that I got a little bit puffy this morning at my husband, and I'm only human. And I was in my shower, and he had taken my son to get some uh, do some errands, and I'll just leave it at that. And I just felt so guilty, and I felt so bad because there was no reason for me to jump on him. And sometimes I do that, but I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress, just like everybody else. And as soon as he got home, I hugged him, gave him a kiss, and said, "I'm really sorry. I was just upset about the dog, and I sincerely say I'm sorry." And I said, "I hope you can forgive me," and he did, and things are better. So if I hadn't done this, there would have been a lot of tension. So sometimes we just need to step up and say, "Listen, I'm only human. Sometimes I don't always know what I'm doing, but it's the right thing to do." So Devi, I hope that um, that information will help you. I do think that you have it in your heart to be able to go and kind of evaluate things and say you're sorry, or whatever you need to do, but clear the air, because life is too short, and people pass away, people move, friendships break up, family stops talking, and then sometimes you'll be left alone. So it's not always true for everybody, and I'm not saying that that's true for you. I'm just saying that it's just not something that you want to hold on to. You want to use um your the wisdom that you have already, and the wisdom that you have gained over time, to help guide you be able to move forward. So I hope that makes sense to you. um so let's see, Sally, I think I have you, but I'll have to go back and see if there's another one. Ellen, I'm writing your name down, and for those who don't know, I am going to be going to a new schedule on Sunday, the 24th. I'll be here as my regular day. I'm moving from Saturday over to Sunday, and I will be here at 4 p.m. Central Time. Um, just so that you guys, and I'll send out a reminder and everything. So let me get these. Okay. Oh, this other one's okay. Okay. And Lisa. Okay, so let me go back up here because I have two Sallys I know of, and I want to make sure that I have the right Sally, because I would hate to miss somebody. So just give me a moment. And I prefer people not to ask me the question. It's better if I don't know the question, because in that way I'm able to give you a question that is much needed um, to be answered. And sometimes the cards that I pull out, you may not you may not actually be able to it may not answer your question, right? But it may be something else that you need to hear. Okay, so I got both Sallys down. Okay, I just no, Carmen, you're still okay to you're okay to be here, and I have wrote your name down. So Debbie, I hope that makes sense to you, and enjoy the rest of your day. And Claire, my dear Claire, I know she's here. I'm going to pull a card for you, and then Gianna, F is the last name. If you could let me know that you're still here, and then it's Brenda, and then Sally D. Okay. Okay, so it's Giuliana, Brenda, Sally D, Aretha, Moonlight, Rosemary, Carmel, Pam, Sally F, Ellen H, Miera, and Lisa V. So these are the people that are still here. Thank you for telling me, Ellen. Oh, Ellen, I think I have. Yes, I have you down. Okay, so this is Giannia. Please forgive me again. I just want to make sure. Yes, you're still here. Thank you, dear. Okay. Yeah, I've connected. Thank you. Those people who are coming in, I want you to get into your heart space, take a couple of breaths, so that you're here in the moment. I do feel like there's a lot of tension around. So that will help me be able to connect with you as well. Beautiful card. It says hope, move with grace. This is a time to learn and adapt. You are being invited to slow down, take your time, and take in the current moment. Kind of like stop and smell the roses, right? Stop putting too much pressure and expectations upon yourself as it's taking you away from your natural uh, attention to detail and the expression of your creativity. There's no need to rush or force your way ahead. Good things happen when you move with tenderness and care, and your affirmation is, I trust in the ease and flow of life. So I know that you're a very busy person. I've worked with you in the past. So I just feel that one, they're asking you to be creative. When you're being creative, whether it's doing an arrangement of flowers or, painting or drawing or writing or even dancing, sometimes you just need to do that for yourself, to get you back into receiving. I feel like some of the things that you put on top of yourself are, a little too much. You put too much emphasis on everything that you do. You are a seeker and you get a lot of guidance internally. And I know that you're really close to spirit. So I don't feel like this is a bad thing for you. They're just asking you to slow it down. And, by slowing it down, sometimes if you do creative type of things, it kind of tends to slow you down so that you are able to get in more information. But basically, it's just, don't put so much pressure on yourself. And I hope that makes sense. So Debbie says, thank you so much for the reading. Moved to a new house and um, I understand menopause is hard, so intense with husband since we moved in this house. There is always something that goes on. I mean, there's a lot of stress alone in moving or buying a home, and then you got to pack everything up where you were and bring everything over to the new place. I'm not sure if, oh, you said you moved to a new home. So, sometimes you buy a home or things like that, and there's a lot of different things to do, or maybe you're lucky enough to buy a brand new home. But I would suggest that if you want to help your husband or even you, just give him a paper and make a list of all the things that need to be done, whether it's related to your house or moving or changing utilities, anything that you feel like it needs to be done. Get it out of your mind. Have him do the same thing. Get out of the mind all of the things that you need to do, and because having those inside will actually cause you more stress, but getting it out of your head on paper, it doesn't have to be in order. Just give the paper or look at the paper and go decide, I need to do this today. And so there is so much relief and so much healing when you can cross off your list. And I live by lists because I used to just try to keep everything in my mind, and that was fine, but it was driving me nuts. And so this is kind of one technique that I'm sure you've heard many people talk about, or maybe you even do it yourself. But just keep the list, and when you start seeing things being crossed off, whether it's your list or his list, it really makes you feel good, like I got something done. So I pray for both of you moving, whether it's a new home or whether you rent or are buying, it's still very stressful. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. And I don't see anything there. I just have to quickly look to make sure that everything looks cohesive. Okay, so Gianna, I hope that makes sense to you. And so I give a reading to Claire? I'm not really sure. I might have skipped her and then went to Gianna. So I don't think I did Claire. Claire, if you're still here, can you tell me if I gave you a card? I think I called out your name, but I was thinking of Gianna when I said something to her. Um, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. I'll connect with Claire later and see if I actually gave her a card. Because sometimes I'm just in the moment and I write everyone's name down, and sometimes I get ahead of myself. So Brenda, and then Sally D. I know your name. Oh, she didn't get it. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Claire, give her her card. Then I'll do Brianna. I'm talking too fast. I'm going to do Claire and Brenda, and then Sally D. Haven't talked to you in a long time, Sally. It would be nice to pull a card for you. Okay, Claire, here I go. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and exhale. Oh, I think this is a perfect one for you. Okay, it's a beautiful card. Mary, Queen of Angels, do not be afraid. You were born for this. Trust in your voice. Did you hear that? Trust in your voice. Trust in your abilities to articulate your thoughts. Trust in your capacity to use and share your gifts, which you have many. If you are feeling scared or unsure about the next step, this is just showing you how much you care about making a difference. Stand in the light of your soul. It is the only shield you need. Your affirmation is, I trust in myself, my voice, my gifts. I am unafraid. And you, my dear, already know all of this, right? We talked before about that, and pull in, Mary, and ask her to also, bless your conversations that you are having, that you speak of love. And I know sometimes you bite your tongue because that's just the best thing to do. Um, and I'm the same way. Sometimes I have to just bite my tongue because I know that, because sometimes I have a very sharp, tone to my comments, and I'm at times can be quick-witted, but it's not always the appropriate answer or a statement to make. Like I said, I'm human just like everybody else. I'm a work in progress, and you know, but what I will say is to other people, if you think, okay, I'm not going to say anything bad, but in my mind, you're going, oh, I don't like what they did. That made me feel awful. They're just horrible. It's the same thing as coming out of your mouth. So the real feat to do is speak kindly from your mouth. And if you can't, you're going to probably have to come behind yourself and do some sweeping up. But there are ways to talk to people, and if you know the person really well, you know what triggers the person. And it is true. Sometimes it is better not to say anything than say something really rude. But if you're a person, which I know you're not, that has this whole conversation like, okay, I'm not speaking horribly about them. Oh, hi, nice. How are you doing? And then in your mind, you're going, oh, I don't like that person. I don't like that behavior. You're having this would cause a conflict. I've been there. It took me a long time not to have that kind of conversation going on. So probably about 10 years, it's been about 10 years, I started changing because I realize that the words we speak, you know, can be nice or not nice, but the thoughts that we hold in our mind can be even worse than what we speak out of our mouth. So that's something for everybody. And Claire, I hope that makes sense to you, dear, and thank you for your patience. So, Giuliani, I did pull that card, and when I did do Claire's card, well, I said Claire's name, and then I had crossed it off, and then I saw your name, and then I pulled the card for you. So the card that I pulled for you was the one that was for you, and then I went back and did Claire's card as well. So Brenda, you're next, and then Sally D. And then Erethal Moonlight is next. Let me see. Okay. So, Brenda, take a deep breath in and let it out when you're ready. And I'm going to go ahead and connect with you. Okay, thank you. And I will try to be better about not crossing people off until I actually give them the message. I got ahead of myself. Seraphim, divine compassion. All the good that you have done is blessing your pathway. When you do good, take loving action and share without hesitation. You build a powerful energy field that will protect and guide you on your way. All the generosity and kindness that you have shared in your life is now coming back in a miraculous wave of light to lead you towards your next phase. This is the law of divine compassion. And your affirmation is my own goodness attracts good things, opportunities, and experiences. I tend to talk fast sometimes, and so I'm kind of slowing it down. And I've not worked with these cards a whole lot. But back to you, Brenda. So I'm sure you understand what this is. You do have the angel realm that is around you. Um, and I do know that you do good things for people without hesitation. And this is also a way of acknowledging that because not always people don't always know who does things for them. And you come from a place of your heart where you will do something when you see that it is needed. So just know that all the kindness that you do, whether it's actions or words that you speak, are going to be coming back around to you, which is not the reason that you do it, right? You go from a place of your heart. So I hope that card makes sense to you. Now I'm going to cross off her name. Sally D. Okay. And Susan, I will put you on the list. And let me check and make sure somebody else hasn't. Debbie, oh, okay, Debbie Shoemaker, I'm gonna put you on the list. And Susan M on the list. You're welcome, Claire. Sally D. La Rosa. Your card is coming forward. So let me go ahead and connect with you. Take a breath in and release. I need you to tap your heart area. Just tap it a couple of times. Much better. Thank you. So think of your question, or just let me go ahead and pull a card for you. Metatron, you have a divine calling. God and the angels are recruiting you. Where you are is where you have been strategically placed. Sorry. Trust that what you are facing now has everything to do with what you are here to heal, and that it will lead to a life that is aligned to meaning and purpose. You are here to make a difference, and it must begin where you are right now. So, your affirmation is, I am ready to fulfill the call of my soul. So I would say that I agree with that. I'm also hearing Archangel Metatron would like for you to connect with him and begin working with him. So I know that you're really in close to angels and angelic realm. And I do know that you work with a lot of love from your heart. But what it's saying is sometimes we go like, what am I supposed to do now? Right? I feel lost or confused. And maybe that's not all you. But they're just saying you are where you're supposed to be. And I will say a couple of weeks ago, I was at the place I was supposed to be. It was a very difficult place. I felt like I was in between two worlds and I was in like a void. And I just had to step back and allow myself to have time for myself to just be. Sometimes you just have to take the stance of just being. And, it's whatever thoughts come through, it's like peeling back that onion and you heal that, and then you'll be fine for a while, and then you'll need to peel back something else. But at this moment, you're where you need to be. And I don't think that you're going to be there much often. Uh, I'm sorry, I don't think that you're going to be in that place very long. I feel like you're going to move forward and then you're going to have that epiphany of, I understand. And so I would just encourage you to connect with Archangel Metatron to move forward and get some guidance from him as well. So I hope that makes sense to you, Sally. And Aretha, or I'm hacking this up. I apologize. Aretha Moonlight, are you still here? And then it's Rosemary D, Carmel, Pam, and then I have one Sally F, Ellen H, Maria, Lisa V, Susan M, and Debbie S. So if you guys could let me know whether you're still here or not. So Sally says that Metron, she's not surprised that he came forward because he's been helping her and has been her buddy lately. And okay, so she understands what I'm, okay, thank you, Debbie. So she loves the message and the confirmations. Thank you, Pam. And that was much needed. So you're already connecting with him, and that's just a card that just shows that you're in the right place. So that just gave me goosebumps, and thank you for sharing that with me. Okay, let me check and see if there's any new people. Arethel, Moonlight, you're next. And let me check one other place. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull Arethel's Moonlight card. And I'm sure, Susan, I have you down on the list, and I will be pulling a card for you as well. So, Arethel, I'm sure you're still here. I did see earlier that you said you were. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. And I'm going to write that time down. So for those of you that are just coming in, again, I am moving my Saturdays to Sunday starting next Sunday on the 24th, and I will be here at 4 p.m. on Central Time, so that would be 5 p.m. Eastern Time as well. I will no longer be doing my Saturdays. I'm moving it over to Sunday. And if there's a particular time on Sunday that works for you, go ahead and type that in the comments. That will help me decide if I'm going to stay at 4 or whether I need to move it out further or earlier. Okay. Okay, this is a mouthful. uh, Beautiful card. And it's the Shekinah. Let me show you. Hopefully you can see the card. And I'm probably not even saying it right, but I do want to give you the opportunity of seeing it there. Um, and you guys can laugh all that you want. Shekinah, maybe that's how you say it. Give the gift of your presence. Now is the time to show up in the ways you have never shown up before. Get present with those you love and care about. That's beautiful. Um, Go beyond distractions and direct yourself back to the current moment so that you can enjoy the blessings that surround you. Instead of focusing on where you are going or what has previously happened, enjoy the beauty of the here and now. And your affirmation is, I awaken to the blessings of the present moment. And I think that a lot of people can relate to what has been said on this. Um, that sometimes, one thing is sometimes we put ourselves in the back burner and we're thinking about what happened yesterday, what's going to be happening in the near future, and you miss a lot, right? So it's kind of, I think the theme today that I started off with is stop and smell the roses. I think that is the kind of message that it's giving you. It's be in the moment of the here and now. Appreciate who's around you, what is around you, whether it's your family or friends, maybe it's nature, maybe it's a pet if you have a pet. But it's just encouraging you to let go of things that are constantly repeating themselves to you because you can't let go or it's something that's important. But I will say that if you write it down, um, sometimes it gets it out of your brain, and then you can think about other important tasks that you need to do. But it says just get present with those that you love and care about, and don't let the distractions direct you into a different place. So I hope that makes sense to you. And Rosemary D. Okay, thanks, Ellen, for telling me you're still there. Thank you for letting me know. So I have Rosemary D, Carmel, Pam, Sally F, Ellen H, M Miera, Lisa V, Susan M, and Debbie S. Okay, so now I'm doing Rosemary. Thank you for letting me know that you're still here, and I'm going to go ahead and connect with you. Please take a breath in and release. Much better. Thank you. Oh, some of these cards are turned around. Let me do a quick shuffle here. Rosemary. Okay. Powers. And this is the card. I don't know if I need to go back a little more. Okay. So, powers. Be kind and compassionate. In order for peace to be restored in the outer world, you must first be able to find it within yourself. Your current situation requires you to step into the energy of loving kindness. Realize that the other person is also you. Having consideration for others will open your heart up so that you can see the world through more loving eyes. That's really beautiful. And the affirmation is, I choose to see through the eyes of kindness. Going back to my experience this morning, sometimes things happen, you say things that you shouldn't say, and then you regret them, and then you are apologizing. So sometimes we need to actually step in other people's shoes, right? How did that make them feel? Um, but it's really important that if you want your outer world to change, right, you need to begin to change some of the thoughts and the way that you do things within to see that reflected back out to you. Um, it's really easy to get in the comfort zone of, um, and I'm not saying this is you, of criticizing. And it's even harder to get out of that as well. So it's just reminding you to step into the energy of loving and kindness, and stepping into maybe the other person's shoes. We're all connected, even though we may not all be related, but everybody is connected. Whether you like it or not, we all are here on Earth. That's the common thing that we have, right? Everybody that lives on the planet Earth or Gaia, we're all connected. We all have Gaia or the Earth as our home. So, having those loving thoughts of your outside world is also going to be changing you on the inside. I hope that makes sense to you, Rosemary. I'm crossing her off. And Carmel, I saw that you're still here. Pam, I saw you're still here. And Sally F, I saw that you're still here. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you like that, Rosemary. I love when things just are like, wow. You know, sometimes it's what you just need to hear. Okay, Carmel, I'm going to go ahead and pull your card, then Pam's, and then Sally. So I need the three of you to take a breath in and exhale, connecting into your heart space. And I'm going to connect to Carmel right now. Thank you. I've connected. And let me go ahead and pull a card for you. Very nice card. Jeremiel, Archangel Jeremiel. Call back your power. Forgiveness is about no longer allowing someone or something to affect your state of happiness. It's all related, my friends. These topics are all related. It doesn't mean you have to forget the past or avoid a situation entirely. Right now, you are being encouraged to take your power, your light, and your capacity to make a decision back into your own hands. By taking back what is yours, you also command respect from those around you. So your affirmation is, I forgive the past and I give myself the respect I deserve. So many of us, you're not the only one, right? So many of us just say, I just don't care, but you really do, right? Just make a decision and I'll go with it. And sometimes things are, taken completely out of your hands. So speak up, ask Archangel Gabriel to help you with your words to speak and allow your voice to be heard. It doesn't mean you have to yell at somebody. It doesn't mean that let them do it. They're going to do it wrong, kind of an attitude, or even thinking that, right? So it's very important for you to realize there's certain aspects in your life that you need to grab and bring back to yourself. It may be something that you used to do and it was taken out of your hands. Maybe they didn't like the way that you were doing it. But with all experiences, wisdom comes, right? Wisdom comes after every experience, especially if you think about it. What did I learn from this? What can I do? Did you like it? Didn't you didn't like it? So it's important for you to get back into the picture. Don't let others and kindly tell them that, you know the people that you need to talk to. You know how they react to the words that you say. So think about what you're going to say before you say it and grab that power back gently to yourself. And there may be a lot of different things that you've just kind of handed off to other people because they wanted it, or you designated something and now you're not happy with the way things are going. It's important for you to recognize what I'm being told is your involvement in the situation. So when you speak to these other people as you're gaining, you're fully trusting yourself, use kind words like thank you for taking care of this, and I'm going to be doing it now myself. So I hope that that makes sense to you. And that was for Carmel. And Pam, you're next, and then Sally, and then Ellen H, Sally F, to be specific. Pam, you're next. So Pam, Sally, Ellen H are the next one, two, three. So go ahead, Ellen and Sally, if you haven't already, go ahead and center in your heart space, take a couple of breaths. And you can either choose to think about the question that you would like to have answered, or maybe you just want general guidance. But either way, the general guidance is coming forward, even if the card doesn't answer your question. So, Pam, I'm going to pull a card for you. Runes. Like I said, I haven't worked with these cards enough, but he looks like a very serious person, right? But thrones, which is a, the the arch in the angel realm, they have like archangels, angels, and thrones in different kind of categories. So this is thrones, opportunity for growth. This is a sacred time for growth, healing, and understanding. Yes, there is more information coming your way. Um, let's see. Trust that all you need is to know will be revealed to you in the perfect time-space sequence. If you are experiencing challenges, who doesn't? Um, know that these are growing pains that are contributing to a more aligned future. Only good will come from this situation. Trust that life is guiding your growth. And your affirmation is every challenge I face is opportunity to grow. So, what I will say is, and this goes to you and everybody else, what is yours and will always be yours. It may take you a while to get there, but my feeling about proceeding forward is there's times when you're so ready for something different to happen, or you've put all this time and effort into preparing for certain things and it's just not happening. Sometimes, I will say that sometimes doors need to be shut, things need to be completed before you're able to go forward into this new direction. But as you sit in this area of space, you're going to realize there's a lot more going on than you thought that there was, and that before proceeding forward, you're going to have this additional information come to you. So just be patient, stop and smell the roses. That's the theme today. And know that everything that you're going through is making you the person you are, building your character and things like that. So I hope that that card makes sense to you. Okay, and that was for Pam. And Sally F., you're next. Let me check here to make sure I'm not. Oh, a lot of other people. Okay, Andrea, I'm going to write you down. Um, and Lisa Marie, Tammy, I'm going to have to turn the page. So I'm usually only here on an hour, but I'm going to go ahead a little longer. Okay. Lisa Marie, I got that. I got her and RS, Sam, and Prish. So let me check this other side and let me know that you guys are still here. And that would be for, I know Sally is and Ellen is, um, Maria or Mia. It's Meera, Mira. And then Lisa V, Susan M, Debbie S, Andrea, and Lisa M. So if you guys can, as I get closer to your name, I want you to go into your heart center and I want you to take a few breaths so that when I connect with you, you're in a good frame of mind. And Tammy, I'm going to write you down too. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, Sally F. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Let me connect with you. Beautiful card. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to share. So here, universal energies, you are ascending. You are flying high, rising up. Stay focused on your mission and know that the universe and angels are supporting you every step of the way. This is part of your ascension process. In order to fully integrate as both soul and human, it's essential for you to face any challenges or mend any relationships you have been putting off dealing with. By stepping forward, and facing the complications of your earthly life, you tell your soul, grow and ascend. And your affirmation is, I support myself in the process of ascension. So, what I will say is try not to get distracted too much, stay present in the moment, but it is okay for you to start moving forward, whether it's baby steps or, regular steps. Stay on focused with your mission that you are doing. It could be a project that, really changes a lot of different people. Um, excuse me. But basically, the card is saying that you have a lot of spiritual support, your spiritual team, creator, the angels, they all are there supporting you. So I would say go forward with whatever you're doing, but also have a little bit of fun in between there so that, you're not constantly thinking about your mission because sometimes when you don't have that creative part or the fun part happening, you kind of get stuck. But I will say that I do feel like you are balanced, which is a good thing. But you also need a little more play time, is what I'm hearing. So I hope that makes sense to you. And that was for Sally. Ellen H, Mira, and Tammy are next. And then I have Lisa V, Susan M, Debbie S, Andrea, and Lisa M. So, Ellen, go ahead and take a deep breath as I connect to you. Thank you. Hey, Ellen, look how beautiful this woman is. Can you see? Sky beings. See from a higher perspective. You are being guided to take a higher perspective. Do not allow yourself to be limited by what you do not see or understand. Do not allow your current experience to disrupt you from being the force of light you were born to be. Be open and see things differently and with consideration. For For by being willing to shift your perspective, you allow the angels to bring divine order into your life. And your affirmation is, thank you, sky beings, for helping me see this differently. And this is really good advice. I also tell my clients that it's really important that sometimes when you come across a problem with another person or a situation, sometimes it's just better to look from a different perspective. And what does that mean? What it means is you step out of your shoes and into their shoes. You might say, okay, if what I have concerns about, I know, right? So you would look at yourself as a friend. What if you had a friend that was going through what you're going through, what would you give them advice for, right? Sometimes it's just looking at things a little differently to get that perspective. And there's many different ways of having a different perspective. But I think that clearly you already know what's going on and that this message really speaks to you. So, stop and smell the roses and have a little bit of fun, but also know that look at things from a different perspective. Um, if you are working with children, you might like look at a perspective of how a child looks at this situation. So I hope that makes sense to you, Ellen. And Mira, Meera. Okay, I'm frozen on here. So um, all of those are, oh, Bridget, let me write your name down. Okay, I'm looking for names I don't already have written down. Yeah. So after Bridget, I'm not doing any other cards for the day. So it's Mira. I hope I didn't hack your name up too much, dear. So this card is for you. Tammy, let me know you're still here. Lisa V, let me know that you're still here. Susan, Debbie, Andrea, and I'll stop it there and then I'll call out some other names. Okay, Mira. I've connected. Thank you. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. It's a beautiful card. So some people see Gabriel as a male and some of them see Gabriel as a female. When I work with Gabriel, I see more of a male person or entity, but I guess this is what they painted them. So it doesn't matter. It's the message that really matters. Maybe the artist that drew these see her, Gabriel, as a female. So Gabriel, heal the child within. There are parts and this message was for Mira. Mira. Heal the child within. There are parts of you there are parts to yourself you had to abandon in your early years in order to survive. But now it's essential to reclaim all those parts in order to thrive. The child within you requires some tender, loving care at this time. So let them come to the surface and express all that needs to be shared. Hold them with compassion and give them radical healing, understanding, and love. And your affirmation is, I let healing and light reach all parts of myself. And I will say, a lot of times, some people, whether it's male or a female, are really given a lot of responsibilities at a very young age. And for an example, it could be you're the oldest and you need to take care of all your younger children, all your younger brothers and sisters. And you weren't allowed to have a childhood because of all the responsibilities. You were made to grow up faster, right? So not everybody has that experience, but it's if you have ever had that type of experience, one of the ways that you can connect with your, like for example, little Lisa, I would just say, little Lisa, you want to come and, do some things that you weren't allowed to do as a child, go. My favorite thing as an adult, younger adult, was to go to the playground at night and swing on the swing, right? These days you can't really, not really a good thing to go by yourself in the evening to go play at the playground. I wouldn't say it would be a good idea unless you were with other people. But find an activity, whether it's coloring in a book or playing a game, dancing and laughing, watch a kids program that, like a movie that was made for children, that maybe you're interested in it, but you feel kind of silly watching. And eventually you'll see more of your younger self attached to you. You can hold out your hand and say, little Lisa, come with me. We're going to go have some fun. And eventually the little child and yourself will uh, go back into integrating. So you won't always see the child that you once were. It's important for people to bring that child back into the person that they are today. Um, I often see people, separated that, because they weren't allowed to have a childhood or their childhood was really rough, or maybe it was too restrictive. But it's important for you to heal the child within, or without you, to allow that child to merge into you, and then you can kind of move forward. And it is a process. I've done it myself, but it's well worth it. It's sometimes you just have a restrictive, and maybe you had a perfect childhood, but as an adult, you don't recognize that part of you. So there's many ways of taking that, but I do hope that makes you understand. Tammy, you're next, and Lisa V, Susan. Okay, those are the next three. Um, So Tammy, the way that I do things is I don't like to know what your question is. I will pull a card for you. You think of your question, I'll pull a card for you, and it may answer your question and it may not. If it doesn't answer your question, it's because your guides wanted you to know something else. So sometimes we think we need to know what A, B, and C mean, and your guides are going, no, 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 you need to hear this. This is better wisdom for you. So that's kind of how I do it. And then I can't match your question around my card. So, okay. And let me check here. And I think I have Bridget and Fresh. Thank you for letting me know that you're here. Okay, and let me check this other place. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. Tammy, this card's for you. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and exhale, thinking about your question. I need you to tap on your heart a couple of times. And I would say it's more on the right side. Okay, thank you. I've connected. Tammy, you got the Archangel Metatron. You have a divine calling. God and the angels are recruiting you. Where you are is where you have been strategically placed. Trust that what you are facing now has everything to do with what you are here to heal, and that it will lead to a life that is aligned with purpose and meaning. You are here to make a difference, and it must begin with where you are right now. Your affirmation is, I am ready to fulfill the call of my soul. So if you don't know, again, call upon Archangel Metatron. He'll help and work with you. Um, and he's giving you the message that the God, that our Creator God is basically recruiting you to do a task or to have a certain type of change that is moving forward. So where you're at in your life right now is meant to be there. It was strategically you've been placed there, right? And so you might not really understand, but I'm asking you to make that intention to connect with Archangel Metatron so that you can get more information. You are being supported, which is always a wonderful feeling to know that you're not forgotten and that you will be moving forward, but other things need to be taken care of. But you are the one that they're recruiting. So I hope that makes sense to you as well. And Lisa V, and then Susan, and then Debbie S. Hey, Lisa, go ahead and take a breath in and release. Can you breathe in one more time, please, and exhale when you're ready? Thank you. I am connected. Dominions. She looks so happy. Dominions. Face your own shadow. Oh my gosh. Let's see what else this says. In order to contribute healing to the world and dispel the energy of darkness, you have to face the shadows of your own soul. It's not that they are bad, more that they are parts of your most authentic self and story that you are avoiding. And this will only hold you back from healing and growth. Face all parts of yourself now. And your affirmation is, I am willing to light up all parts of myself. I will say that it's not an easy task to face your shadow parts. Parts, and what are shadow parts? Parts are things that happened in your past that you just kind of don't even want to acknowledge. You don't want to even think about. It was like not a good experience. Whether you participated in something and now you're ashamed, or you just this is how I grew up, or this is what I did after I grew up, or when I was a child, and I just don't want to talk about it. Uh, Everybody has those times in their life, but there also comes a time in your life that you need to address those because they are basically hanging and preventing you from moving forward. It doesn't mean it all is going to happen at one time, but ask your guides to help you bring out one shadow at a time, and because it can be overwhelming, it really really can. So it's similar, like some of my friends know that I as a child was abused, sexually abused, by not my immediate family, but by a relative, and I'll just leave it at that. And that was the part of me that I didn't even want to talk about. And so, yes, I am talking about it now, even though it's hard for me. I have, it was hard for me to forgive that person, right? But I asked God to help me forgive that person. And so that person's no longer alive, can't hurt me anymore, hasn't been able to hurt me since I was in fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. So it's a good thing that you bring that part out of you and that you talk about it, because it also helps other people think, wow, that happened to me, or I know someone that happened to, or that's happened to a relative, and you're able to help that person or even yourself to heal. It's a very hard conversation to have. And not everything is a shame, but sometimes we think it's so bad that I just want to hide it. And then when you bring it out, it's like, wow, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was. It's because that moment in time, it was hard for you. And so you closed yourself down in that part and never wanted to look back again, right? And now maybe it's resurfacing, and or things that you thought you were healed with are coming back. And it doesn't mean you haven't been doing the healing. What it means is that the body will only allow you to heal so much at a time because it can become overwhelming and it can shut you down. And so, by asking for help from your guides and from Creator or from the angels, or Jesus or Mary, it's your religious, family. It's just important for you, and it's time for you to acknowledge these type of things that you don't want to talk about anymore. So no more hiding in the closet, and I wish you a lot of good things moving forward. And you'll feel lighter too as you move forward with you being able to address these things. So I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, so um, Susan M, Debbie S, Andrea, Lisa M, Tammy, R.S. Sam, Parish, and Bridget. Those are the ones that I have left on my list. So Susan, so I want to address something that Tammy asked me. When you ask to get messages from your loved ones that have passed on, some of the things that you can do is just you can make an altar, like a family altar where, you just have like their picture and a candle and maybe a flower, and you light that candle in remembrance of them, and and that you need to have some help on this side if they can help you, or they have messages. And sometimes messages come in different forms from your loved ones that have passed. Sometimes it's a familiar song. Sometimes it's you overhearing a conversation that, wow, that really kind of answered my question. Or, like I said, a song that reminds you of them, or reminds you of anything that needs to happen. Pennies, finding pennies or feathers. Those are also things that your angels will send you, but it's also things that your relatives who have passed will do. Sometimes they'll also move things in the house, like your car keys or something, to let you know that they are around you, and they're just trying to let you know that they're okay. So I would say that that's something that you could probably look forward. Sue Brome, I think I pronounced her, on Aligned World Network. She's a medium, and she often connects with loved ones. Um, and I think she's on like every day or every couple days. You could go into Aligned World Network and look at their show for the day. You can also go online and see what type of shows that they have that are coming forward. But it's her name is Susan, and her last name is Brome. I think it's Broome, if I am remembering correctly. And you can go on there and you can, if she's actually connecting with the loved ones from the past, you can get on there and also get a message from her. Um, I usually don't, I'm a medium as well, but not like she is. I'm just kind of discovering that about me. And whenever I have a private session, with a client, if their loved ones come forward and I hear it, then I give them the message. But there are other people who are really good with that, um, that there are there as well. So Susan, here we go. Susan M. I'm going to go ahead and get your card. Take a deep breath and release as I connect with you. I've connected. Thank you. That was fast. So, Uriel is who came up for you, Archangel Uriel. It's going to be okay. That statement alone is really good, right? You're going to be okay. No matter what's happening, it's going to be okay. Everything is working out for you. The angels of light are shining upon you, your situation, and anyone involved. If you are feeling overwhelmed or anxious, know this is a reminder of how much you care about things turning out well, and they will turn out well. Oh, what a beautiful message. Your affirmation is thank you, Uriel, for helping me trust in the process. There is no other thing that I can add to that simplistic message. It's trust that everything is going to be okay. You're going to be okay coming out of that tunnel, and you do have a lot of support. So I don't think I really have anything more to add to that. I mean, you can call him to Archangel Uriel and ask him to help you see things that you need to see to help you with the process. So I hope that makes sense to you, Debbie S. Andrea, Andrea and Lisa M are the next three. I know that you guys are here. I believe I saw you checking back in. And okay. Hey, Debbie, here we go. So, Debbie, can you tap your heart a couple of times? Better, thank you. I've connected, thank you. Okay, Debbie, here we go. Air Guardian. Take time to breathe. Slow down and breathe. Take time to reflect before proceeding further. You are allowing your past experiences to influence your current behaviors. And there is another way forward in your actions and choices. Refrain from reacting, for this will only delay your progress in healing. Love is the way. Your affirmation is, I breathe with ease, knowing angels are with me. So that's pretty right on there, right? They're just asking you to slow down your pace, to maybe stop and smell the again, stop and smell the roses, slow yourself down, look at everything that you have that is around you that is supportive. And it really is important before you make any changes moving forward. You really need to think about this and make sure it's the right process for you to do. Don't feel pressured into making a decision like that. Just slow things down so that you feel more support from the archangels. And let's see. And keep your mind into things that make you happy, because when you're happy, you have a different vibration about you. People are more people tend to be more reactive against people who are butting up against them. So it is good advice to ask you to kind of slow down and look at everything that's going on. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, that was for Debbie. Andrea, you're next. And then Lisa M, Tammy, RS Sam, Preesh, Bridget, Mary, and Rachel. So um, hopefully no one else comes. Oh, okay. Um, Debbie, I know that by hearing that, I think it kind of puts a perspective on what you're going through. So it's just asking, they're just asking you to slow the process. Don't rush into any kind of decisions. Don't feel like you're being manipulated. Think for yourself, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, whatever's going on with your life right now, you just need to slow down and be aware of what is really happening, and don't be forced into making decisions that you're going to regret later. So, Andrea, thank you. Okay, I've connected. Guardian angel. Oh, how pretty she is. You are not alone. Your guardian angel is here to hold you and support you, but needs to be invited to come forward and guide you. This is so important for people, not only Andrea to know, but everybody needs to know. If you want your guardian angel or your spiritual team to come and work with you, you have to invite them, right? You really need to invite them into your world to help you make sense of a puzzle of the world, right? Things don't always fit together the way they're supposed to, but when you ask or invite your guardian angels to come forward, they will, and they will help you understand what's going on. I know you already know this, but you must need the reminder. Okay, your guardian angel is here to hold you and support you, but needs to be invited to come forth and guide you. This invitation doesn't have to be issued through prayer. It, okay, it can also come through your actions. So stop trying to do everything on your own. Let the barriers of independence fall so that you can be held, loved, and cherished by heaven and earth. And your affirmation is, I welcome in all levels of support from heaven and earth. What a beautiful message. And I hope that makes sense to you. Lisa M, I'm doing you next. Lisa Marie, I'm doing Lisa Marie, Tammy, and RS Sam. You are the next three. I need you all to take a couple of breaths in and exhale and get yourself prepared. I'm just looking for any more people who have come in quickly. You're welcome, Andrea. Okay. So Lisa M, I'm going to give you your card next. I've connected with you. Thank you. Ariel. Oh, such a beautiful woman. Or angel, Archangel. Archangel Ariel, embrace your sacred calling. God is recruiting you. All that you have faced and healed in your life is part of your mission and directly aligned to how you can live a life that is filled with purpose. Learn, lean into your personal story and your own testimony of healing, for sharing this deeper part of your life will allow you to realize your gifts. Your affirmation is thank you, Ariel, for guiding my sacred mission to heal and be healed. So, first thing that came up to me when I pulled this card for you and I read the couple lines is right, right, right. So, what does that mean? Sometimes, sharing your experiences with others really helps other people to heal, like earlier when I shared about what happened to me from a relative. And so it's easier, the more that I speak about it, the easier it is for me to do. It's still difficult, but it's a lot easier. And a lot of people are connecting, I mean, I'm 64 years old and I still was holding on to that. And visiting the grave really helped me um, move past where I am and into a space where, because it's embarrassing, right? And so sometimes we do things or have been involved in experiences that are um, things that we want to shut in the door, that we don't want to talk about, that maybe uh, we had nothing to do with what happened to us. Maybe you were manipulated and it's just embarrassing to talk about it. And I didn't talk about it until I was like 22 years old. That was the first time that I brought it up to somebody else. And so, but in increments, I was able to, heal a little bit at a time. And I was like, I can't forgive them, God, but I know that I'll leave this up into your hands. But coming back to you, and writing is, let me take a quick drink. So I think that, when you're writing your experiences down for life, I'm hearing a book, okay, that's the bottom line, is you don't have to say like, where do I begin? If that's too difficult for you. Because in a book, things are done in chapters. So you can write about this experience, you can write about that experience, and then the other experience. And then when you put them all together, you can put them in the order that you want them to be read, have a chronological order to it. So I would encourage you to write down what's currently on your mind and, journal or write it down on a computer page and just keep adding to it. I think that you have a lot of information that a lot of people could benefit from hearing. And I hope that makes sense to you. Tammy, you're next. Oh, I already did Tammy. So correct? Yes. Let me look over here real quick because I really feel bad if I've missed somebody or there's two names that are called the same. So let me look through here and make sure there was only one Tammy. And as I'm looking at this, it's another reminder that next Saturday I will not be here, but I will be showing up on Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. So a lot of people that were on today. Um, so maybe there was only one Tammy, and I know I did Tammy. There's Tammy. See, usually I write the last name down or yeah. Okay, so I think that there was only one Tammy, so we can jump forward to RS Sam and then Parish and Bridget. I think there was only one Tammy there. So those are the next few people. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss somebody so I can cross her name off. And RS Sam, you're next. And Parish and Bridget, Mary, and Rachel. Thank you for letting me know that you're here, RS. So go ahead and take a deep breath and exhale. I've connected. Thank you. Okay, RS Sam, this is your card. Make sure that we're still on here. Okay. So your card is Universal Energies. She looks so surreal. You are ascending. You are flying high, rising up. Stay focused on your mission and know that the universe and the angels are supporting you every step of the way. This is part of your ascension process in order to fully integrate as both soul and human. It's essential for you to face any challenges or mend any relationships you have been putting off dealing with. By stepping forward and facing the complications of your earthly life, you let your soul grow and ascend. That's beautiful. And your affirmation is, I support myself in the process of ascension. So it's just a reminder to you that as you're going through your life, that you are very much supported. Um, and you probably feel that way as well. So I'm feeling that you already know what your mission is to do and to continue doing that. Maybe new ideas will come forward. But whatever it is that you're doing, you're very supportive. It's like I'm hearing it's like you talk to the angels, right? And so they do hear you. You have asked them for help. And by doing so, you've worked on yourself, allowing things to be healed. But now you're moving up even at a faster rate. So congratulations. All that hard work and everything has been paying off for you. Okay. And I hope you understand what that message meant. Presh, your card is next, and then Bridget, Mary, and Rachel. Presh, go ahead and take a breath in and exhale. Oh, you have lovely energy about you. Thank you. The Miriam. I love this card. Miriam, healing the heart. This is a sacred time of healing. In order for you to feel whole once more, it's essential for you to reclaim all the lost parts of yourself. Call back all spaces, all aspects of yourself, all the gifts and talents that you have been forced to hide or repress. By unleashing these tender aspects of your deeper self, you allow your heart to rebuild and strength. And your affirmation is, I reclaim myself and my story. I am ready for wholeness. So, what I will say about this and what's coming up for you is sometimes when we get hurt by another person, we close off our heart and I've seen literally barricades around people's hearts. It could be a fence, it could be a brick wall, it could be a chain link fence, barbed wire around the heart. And what I will say is, it's time to bust out. So, in reality, you're the one that placed all of this around your heart to protect it, right? You're tired of being hurt. Um, or left out. And you do have a lot of spiritual gifts that if you're willing, need to come out. You really have to be willing to use those spiritual gifts, right? Instead of keeping them away, because maybe you're worried about what somebody will say to you, or maybe you think it's your imagination. But this card is telling you that you have the key, and anybody does who has locked or, kind of safeguarded their heart, you have the key to opening up the lock, to allow this to come forward. And you may not be ready fully to do everything like that, right? So maybe instead of having a brick wall around your heart, maybe you have a picket fence. With picket fences, you allow some love to come through the pickets, right? I hope that makes sense to you, but you're still guarded. So you might have to downgrade your the picket down to a picket fence instead of a brick wall, because that's what I see around your heart is a brick wall. So um, change it up. You can take a sledgehammer and imagine breaking that wall down. And if you're still not ready to come out fully or, say what your gifts are, then put a picket fence up and allow yourself still to be able to give love, but also still shield it. And in the end, you'll be able to remove all of those barriers that you have placed upon yourself. And you will have that confidence to move forward to share your ideas that you have with how has been handled. So I hope that makes sense to you, Bridget, Mary, and Rachel. You are my last three people. Um, so she says it does resonate with her. RS Sam says it does resonate with me. Um, Brenda said, I fell asleep. Great energy on the call. Well, I'm glad I could assist, my friend. I have to kind of laugh at that, but it is pretty cool. So maybe as you slept through it, you actually are also receiving the energies that we have here today. And I have that happen a lot with the clients, or they start yawning and everything, and that's part of some of the different kind of services I do, that when I send the energy in there, and all healings take place between yourself and creator. I am not a healer, I'm a facilitator. And I don't take credit for, some people say I'm a healer, but I don't identify like that because I know that creator and the person are the two people are actually, those are the two healers. So, anyway, so again, Bridget, you're next, and then Mary, and then Rachel, and I'm gonna stop because we're going almost on 2 hours. Um, and I want to thank everybody who has shown up and know that next week I won't be here on Saturday, but I will be here on the 24th at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So, Bridget, I'm going to go ahead and connect with you. Thank you. And I'm going to pick a card for you. And how do I pick a card? I hear the word stop. Okay, so Bridget, your card is Air Guardian. Take time to breathe, slow down and breathe. Stop and smell the roses. Take time to reflect before proceeding further. You are allowing your past experiences to influence your current behaviors, and there is another way forward. You are being reminded to stay high vibrations in your actions and choices. Refrain from reacting, for this will only delay your progress in healing. Love is the way. Your affirmation is, I breathe with ease, knowing angels are with me. That rhymes as well. So it's just, sometimes we just want to get it all done and, I got to get it done. But having those kind of thoughts and stuff actually stops you from moving forward. I think Spirit wants us to move forward in grace. And if you have an idea about something, um, it's like, oh my gosh, I just can't get it right. I don't know what else to do. Those are the times to stop and allow yourself to play or do something that is really fun for you. And in the moment of taking your mind off of what is concerning to you, you allow the creativity, the fun times to be remembered and to make memories for yourself so that you can draw off of that, um, to help you and move forward. So I hope that makes sense to you. Mary, you're next, and then Rachel, and then I'm done. You're welcome, Brenda. Okay, Mary, go ahead and take a deep breath and exhale, please. I've connected. Thank you, Mary. Uriel, it's going to be okay, Mary. No matter what's happening, it's going to be okay. Everything is working out for you. Maybe not as fast, but it is going to be working out for you. The angels of light are shining upon you, your situation, and anyone involved. If you are feeling overwhelmed or anxious, know this is a reminder of how much you care about things turning out well, and they will turn out well. Your affirmation is, thank you, Uriel, for helping me trust the process. And I know that you have a lot of things that are going on in your life, especially over this past year. So it's just a reminder to allow the process to happen. You can call on Archangel Uriel and connect with the Archangel and see if there's more information that you can gather. And there's nothing wrong at all with just wanting the best possible outcome for everything. I mean, that's a very wonderful sentence, right? That you just want everything to work out for everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a selfish wish, right? Or a selfless statement to make. And you're going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. So I hope that makes sense. The very last person that I'm doing is Rachel. So Rachel, thank you for waiting. And go ahead and take a breath in and release when you're ready. I'm going to go ahead and connect with you. You have such beautiful energy. Thank you. I've connected. Earth Mother. Oh, the beautiful cards these are. Earth Mother, you know how to involve. There is something you know needs your time and attention, something you know needs your action, something you know is going to help you grow and evolve. Today, you are being invited to take the steps you know you need to take to move out of a stuck state and into a state of growth. This isn't a lifetime to fall into old patterns. It is a lifetime to create new ones. Your affirmation is I take the soul led steps I need to take in order to heal and grow. So, again, things can sometimes be overwhelming. Um, but you know what you need to do. And sometimes you just need to dissect the situation or experience down into different little pieces. And I do believe that you are going to be very successful. You already have all the tools that you need and you know about. And so use them on yourself and not all in one day, but just, sometimes baby steps in doing changes will allow you to develop the new patterns and new habits and new memories that you need to go forward. So I hope that makes sense to you. I want to tell everybody thank you. Sonia, I'm so sorry. I've been on here for almost 2 hours and I need to stop and stop doing what I'm doing. But I do want to thank everybody for showing up for themselves, for showing up for me and supporting me. If you want to re-listen to what I read for you, you can look at the replay and just kind of know who, if you can remember who was you were with before or who got a card before you, that will help you find the group part that you're in. So what I might do in the future is write the timetables for everything. So thank you, my friends, for being here. And my next time on Aligned World Network will be Sunday, the 24th at 4 p.m. Central Time. And that's 2 p.m. Pacific. And then that would be 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So thank you. Have a blessed day. And know that I'm thinking about you and you're going to be okay.